Welcome to my channel Alias. My name is Muller. I'm still shy about showing my face, but I don't mind showing my face on my older photos. So I have here my lunch, my ginger jelly, we call it jam sandwich, my hotted in the microwave bao bao. This is for the birds. I have a nectarine and an apple and iced coffee. And I'm supposed to do a video about this on my other channel, A Fully Fed Dandelions. So I posted already today because I'm kind of mad at myself that I went so far to let someone close to me and hurt me in a manner. I posted on my Twitter. So I'm sorry, I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with the bread. For the pigeons. Hopefully not for the seagulls. Oh, sorry, got to show you. Oh, that was too fast. Maybe a little bit slower. Oh, there they go. For my fellow pigeons. I've got to put water for them. Never mind. So, how to start. So, there was a message on my Twitter at the third week of February. Hello, how you doing? From a man called Stanley. Sorry, Jake Stanley. He'd rather be called Jack. And I had, I always get messages from people. I'm gonna eat my, but which one shall I eat? I'm gonna eat this one. Oh, I can't eat and can't speak at the same time telling my story. Never mind, I'm gonna put it on my lap. So, I always get a request, no matter where social media platform it is. It's Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, whatever. And I usually answer, but I have this, I don't know, a face that I don't want to deal with these kind of messages when it's about men. So I put it aside and I said to myself, well, I'll deal with it tonight. And that particular tonight became like, fast forward 3 months further in the future. So like the weekend after Mother's Day, on Friday the 13th of May this year, I'm talking about this year, I messaged like, I'm so sorry, I've noticed your message, that I was very late answering this message that he posted through the Twitter. So I said beforehand like I was not interested at all, and he didn't mind it. All he wanted was like a friendship. And if it was not, I think the message was like this: if it were not leading up to a friendship, he wouldn't mind either, as long as I talked with him. I think I'm not pretty sure. It's kind of hazy in the beginning, but we were intense talking, like 3 months, 18 plus 18 days. I think it was almost 4 months now. But we had a long distance relationship. It started first as friendship, the 2 weeks. Then one day, I think on a Friday, leading up on the Saturday, I did not hear anything at all. I heard from, at that Sunday, that a message came, because I didn't see a message that Saturday, so I posted an emoji of a cup of coffee, and then the next message was like, hello, ma'am. Something happened to his boss, and they were attacked on patrol. Oh, sorry, I forgot to tell you. My man is a soldier deployed in Africa. So he sent me a photo, and we call it in Dutch, hij was ontzettend in de kreukels. So that means like, it looks like when someone has a full-on car crash and that person is like crunkled up in the car. So it looks like that. He looked very terrible in the hospital bed, tubed, a lot of scratches. But his face was showing the right side, so I couldn't see his left side of his face. So immediately my eyes were starting to well up, tearing up, and the tears went out in full-blown manic cries. The next message was from the same man that messaged me, because the man that messaged me was David, and he said like that his boss is not able to react to whatever message he will convey, because the doctor says like he needs all his energy and strength for recovery. I said I didn't mind, let him recover. He will eventually talk to me. So, but I think in the second week, he asked me for my WhatsApp phone number. I didn't want to do it because I was happy to talk on Twitter. So because of the attack, I in panic put out my WhatsApp phone number, and I said, well, he can when he's ready, he can message me on WhatsApp. So that's how the beginning rolled. So in the beginning, when he sent me his first photo, he told me a lot about himself. He's like 54 years old. He's white Caucasian American, Texan, but he was born in Germany. His parents were died when he was at a young age. His father was like Red Cross, died killed in action, this while he was on the job. His mother died of illness, and because he was in a young age, he was swiftly orphaned. His uncle heard about it in America and came to fetch him and brought him back to America, to Washington. His uncle is a military high-up soldier, I think. I don't know what kind of rank he had, because we spoke a lot of things, and it was quite intense what we were talking about. I've noticed that in the course of our friendship, my insomnia was gone. I have insomnia like for a lot of years, since I was going steady with my ex-husband. So it was like 20 years, yeah. And he cured me of that, and he said in return that because he was in recovery, he was miraculously in great health. So he cured quite fast. And I thought to myself, that's impossible. But while we were having this relationship, a lot of things happened. A lot of things, you call it like red flags? Yeah, that's an expression. And I've noticed the red flags, but I've put it aside. There are a lot of things that was not quite, they were quite iffy. So I think like last week when he was, no, 2 weeks, he was talking about early retirement, but he was talking like also in the 4th or 5th week, also talking about early retirement. But I talked him out of it. But like I said, 2 weeks ago, he wanted real bad early retirement. So he was asking David, that's his best friend and best man, and someone in his team, because Jack is, well, he told me he is a master sergeant. So David left suddenly because his wife in America asked for early retirement, and he was granted, so he was gone. And well, gone back to his home. So that's why Jack asked me that what I was thinking about him in an early retirement. I said he should think for himself the answer. I can't tell him what he needs to be done, because at this moment, like in the course of 4 months relationship, he never asked me to be his girlfriend, but he always hinted like to be his future wife, like Mrs. Jack, all kinds of things, like marriage, possible marriage, etc. And I thought by myself, that's kind of weird, because he never asked me to be his girlfriend. So why the sudden talk about wife? And then he asked David about how the letter was written. He asked, like, David, can you ask your wife how the letter was written? So he made the letter on his own, and Jack asked me to look at the grammar. I'm like, why should you ask me for the grammar of the letter? Because my English is English, and his English is American English. So there's a great difference. Maybe I need to eat it, because it's going to be quite hard. Oh, today I have not so many pigeons. Normally there are so many. My sandwich is kind of dry. I'm going to need to drink some iced coffee. Sorry, mouth is a bit full. So, the letter that he wrote to the general of the state, he called it. That's where the letter should be sent to if you want to ask for early retirement. That letter was very informal. I kind of thought it was kind of weird. I tried to make it a little bit formal, but it was too hard to make it formal. So I let it be the letter as it is, with a lot of grammar improvements. So I sent it, and then within days the letter came back, and it says that he needs to wait for the military council for their answer, and then he will convey the answer back to us. So, but in the meantime, the commander of Jack already approved it. So we waited for the answer of the general, but I found out he is called Major General Anthony Thomas. So my next letter was very formal, and his answer was that the military council said they approve his early retirement, but they found one. First, the general thought there was a list of names, but when they found out it was just one man who wants to replace Jack, he said $4,500. Right. Needs to be. It's going to be paid by military council. That is 70%, but the 30% needs to be paid by me or by Jack. Jack says he can't reach the money because it's on a military account. He can't reach it. So he asked his best friend, David, to pay for the 900, and the remaining 450 is paid by me. I don't have the money, so I said to Jack, forget about it. I don't have the money. But I said to him, if you have a bit patient, maybe there's a solution, because we are a little bit into God. So I said we have the prayer for that. And the next day, my son stick his head out in the doorway, and he says, "Everything okay, Mom?" And I said, "No, not really. I am in need of $450. And he says, "I have it for you." And he ran downstairs, and he came up, and he gave me the money, because that was his salary. And I said, "Oh, thank you very much. I will tell Jack about it." So Jack said he was very grateful for that. He wants me to ask my son if he wants interest, and my son said, no need for interest, because Jack is, my future husband or whatever. Oh yeah, it was in the letter written that I'm gonna be his fiancée. So I'm gonna need another. It's gonna be dry. Look, it's very dry now, because I waited too long. So the next day, Jack talked about, can we convert the money? Because we talked about it's really weird to have two sources of money. The 1,300 transferred to bank account for the military council. So he said, why don't we let David pay the money? So that means my 450 goes to David's account, and then he pays the $1,350 $100 to that. You know what I mean. So let me chew first. My cheek empty, because it's on my right cheek. And he said, well, can't we do it like this? That instead of me transferring my money onto David's bank account, why don't I buy gift cards? And then David transferred then the amount to the account. So, a bit weird story. But while I was talking to Jack, I WhatsApped my friend, like, please help me now. Please now. So I WhatsApp her, like, can you find out this person? I gave her the full name, Jack Stanley Muller. And she said, send me 3 pictures. So I only have like 8 pictures. One of them was a dick pic. I sent her the 3 pictures, and within 5 minutes, she said to me on WhatsApp, "That's not good." I said, "What's not good?" She said, "No, no." She said, "That's not good. Can you call me now?" So I called her. She said, "It is not good." I said, "What's not good?" She said, "That man you gave me the pictures of, he's living currently in America." I'm like, "What?" "No, my man is in Libya, in Africa, deployed." And I'm sorry that my cell phone is shaking because I'm diabetic, so my left hand's always shaking. And she said, "No, no, no. He retired like in 2010s, and 2016 he already applied for senator 3 times. So, and he wants to be a president also of America. He has a wife, 3 kids." I'm like, "What?" She said, "Yeah, that man is very famous in America." I'm like, "No way." She said, I said to her, "Can you give me all the links so I can check for myself?" And in the meantime, Jack messaged me, "I have to go now. I have to eat lunch and I have to go to the office. And I'll talk to you tonight." So I said, "Okay, see you tonight." So then I could freely talk to my friend, and she said, I gave you also a link. Like, he did not do it like the first time. This is a romance scammer. You have to be careful. I said, yeah, that's the reason why I called you on WhatsApp. Like, the moment he talked about gift cards, I already had red flags, but I ignored the red flags. But at the moment he talked about gift cards, then I said, I draw the line, like, no, enough. So she said, did you not see, like a couple of days ago on TV, there's a program there's a famous cabaretier, you call it? Yeah. He's called Jack Spijkerman. She said there's a TV program, and Jack Spijkerman talks about romance scammers or scammers in general. So you can, if you want, you can watch it on TV, and then you'll see whatever he found out about scammers. And mostly they work in Africa. Most of them. They can come from all over the world, but most of them are from Africa. And that's what happened. So while I was, the first half year of this year, while I was having a burnout, I was also falling in love. I met a scammer, actually 2 scammers. Before this incident of the gift cards, I met a man, let me see. I don't know where the original was where I met him, but I think also on Twitter. We went to chat, and from chat, to Instagram. He's one of my followers now. Johnson Valentine. He's also a scammer. But he loves to be called like sugar daddy. He promised you like $5,000. But if you do that, he wants you to, he asks you for $100 in advance in gift cards, and then you do it, and he says, oh no, it's not enough, there's fees, and he asks for another $100. So these 2 men are like one of the 2 men that I have met like these months, but Johnson Valentine actually like 3 weeks ago, I guess. So they are my latest scammers. But I have to tell you, like, be careful of these kind of men. You can go to Scam Digger and find out if you don't know how they actually look like. But they usually use photos of other people's or aliases. But as soon as they talk about gift cards and or gift cards in cell phone upgrades, like in iTunes, Steam cards, whatever gift card there is here available on Earth, you have to be careful because all of them are scammers. First they befriend you like friends, and then it turns into romance very quickly. So you have to really, really be careful with these type of men. Well, that's my warning. I'm supposed to do a craft video of the second part of Totoro snail mail, but I thought this precise more urgently, so that's why I'm telling you about this. Yeah. Mark my words. Be careful of these type of men. They are no good. So, that's it. I bid you farewell for the day. Have a nice day. Thank you for listening to my rant. And I'll see you next time. Bye bye, everyone.